All right, we're going to be talking about the weather, convection, and hurricanes. So let's get after it. We got the sun, which radiates its thermal energy, and 8 minutes later, because it moves at the speed of light, 8 minutes later, the Earth receives it. And because Earth is shaped like a globe, like it is, the area of the Earth, as it's rotating, the area of the Earth that is bulged is the area that is receiving the direct sunlight. So the direct sunlight is obviously very intense and warm, whereas the other areas of the globe that are kind of faced away get indirect and it's not as warm. So the Earth receives this thermal energy, and convection is the reason why it distributes this energy all around the globe. So that area that is bulged towards is typically around the equator. So the equator receives this warm energy, and because of convection, it distributes this energy around the globe towards the North Pole, towards the South Pole. And as this warm air moves quickly towards there, those poles, it starts to cool off and becomes more dense and cool and starts to head back towards the equator. And just moving this, and what those does is those big convection currents distributes energy, warm and cool, all around the globe. The warm area around the equator away, and then from the poles, from the polar regions towards the equator. So that's energy with convection in a nutshell. Let's talk about hurricanes. So hurricanes are born in warm water, and warm water is near the equator. So hurricanes are born near the equator. And this warm water provides the fuel for these hurricanes. And so you have an air disturbance, and there's a funneling aspect of the warm water vapor coming up, and it becomes a hurricane. And it's the winds, the global winds, known as, in this case, the easterlies, from the Atlantic Ocean that drive the hurricanes towards the island, the Caribbean, and towards the United States. So Florida, Katrina, it blew in towards from the Gulf into the New Orleans area. And right now there's one, I think it was downgraded to a tropical storm that came up and hit New England because of global warming, because of the warmer water temperatures now. You're starting to see those hurricanes start to move and impact different areas, but it's all born around the equator in the Atlantic Ocean for our hurricanes. Hurricanes have different names: typhoons and cyclones. And the reason why they have those different names is because of where they are born. So the ones born in the Pacific Ocean, especially further away from the United States, those are called typhoons. And those born in the southern hemisphere, we call those cyclones. So now we're going to move on to weather patterns, local weather patterns. So let's first look at, there's four that you really need to make sure that you understand. H and L. H means high pressure, L means low pressure. High pressure means happy weather. That means when you go outside, clear skies, no chance of rain. This can happen winter, spring, summer, fall. Doesn't matter the time of year. H, happy skies, you go outside, no clouds, no chance of rain. It's sunny. Remember, it can be sunny in the wintertime, and it can be sunny in the summertime, fall, spring, doesn't matter. The opposite with L. This is not happy weather. This is low pressure, meaning clouds can form. High pressure means clouds can't form because the air pressure is too high to allow that. L, clouds can form. So low pressure means cloudy skies, chance of rain. Strong chance of rain when there's low pressure. Understand the difference between the two. Have these in your notes for sure. When you see an H and you see an L, you need to know what those mean. Let's take you to the last two that you need to know. This one, this red one here with the half circles is called a warm front. And here with the triangles is called a cold front. If your test is in color, you'll be able to see it as red in a warm front and blue as a cold front. If it's in black and white, you're just going to look for the triangles and the half circles. So let's look at warm front first. Warm front, all this means it's the leading edge of a warm air mass. This warm air mass is moving through, the example here is Texas, moving through. It's already gone through Dallas, so Dallas is experiencing humid, warmer temperature. It's about to hit Mesquite. So Mesquite, once the warm air front of this mass starts to move towards Mesquite, and you know which direction it's going because the symbols tell you. So if you see the symbols, it means it's moving this direction. And it's coming towards Mesquite. So Mesquite is about to be experiencing, as the front starts to approach and it changes what's happening in the atmosphere, Mesquite will be able to possibly get some rain, some light rain, and then it will turn into humid after the front moves through, just like, now let's say it moved this way. Just like Dallas is experiencing warm and humid weather, that's what Mesquite will get after the front moves through. So as the front is going through Mesquite, it's going to experience light rain, and after it moves through, and now it's just in the warm air mass, because it's moving this way, you can expect humid and warm weather. Let's look at now the cold front. Very testable. All of these four things are very testable. Same thing with cold front. This is your leading edge. As it moves through, this cold front is about to hit Mesquite. There's a strong chance of violent storms. Thunderstorms are about to happen. Possible tornadoes when a cold front moves through. We're about to be experiencing this, as we move into the colder months. So when these cold front moves through, violent weather, thunderstorms, tornado possibility. As it moves through, now Dallas they just had that in this example. And now they're in the cold air mass, so now they're dealing with dry, cold temperatures and drier weather. So less humidity, it's drier, and it's colder temperatures. So the big takeaway is, you can see the direction that it's moving, and I'll put the arrows. It's about to be hitting Mesquite. Mesquite is about to be experiencing this front here, the front of this mass. It's about to be experiencing violent possible weather, tornadoes, that type of thing. But after it moves through, let's say it's on this side now. Now it would be experiencing cold, dry weather. And that is your lecture. Make sure you take good notes.